Ryan Seacrest supports CNN's decision to have a little less lit New Year's Eve celebration. The Live with Kelly and Ryan host is set to make his return on Saturday as the host of Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve with Ryan Seacrest, and is all for his competitors keeping their drinks to a minimum. "I don't advocate drinking when one is on the air," the 48-year-old TV personality told Entertainment Weekly. "I don't know how that started as a tradition, but it's probably a good idea to scale back." CNN. "There's some pretty respectable people, or at least one, right? I think there's a serious journalist and then a friend of mine who has a lot of fun, but it's probably a good idea. Although the viewers probably wish they would drink more." CNN's New Year's Eve celebration will see Andy Cohen and Anderson Cooper return as the two lead hosts for the New York City broadcast. During last year's broadcast, Cohen was a little overserved, and took a jab at Seacrest during the live event. In November, Variety reported that while the network will allow the hosts to drink, the amount of drinking on camera will be limited. Seacrest said that he is taking the moment all in stride. "I think they had something to say about my show at one point, which was I am sure from the alcohol, because I don't think they would say what they said about our performers if they weren't drinking," he said about Cohen's comments about the ABC broadcast. "But, I think our show's a bigger, broader show and we will not drink until 1:05 in the morning. Although, I might send them some Casa Dragones tequila just to tempt them while they're on the air," he joked. Andy Cohen reveals his only regret from New Year's Eve special. "This video is unavailable because we were unable to load a message from our sponsors. If you are using ad blocking software, please disable it and reload the page." Andy Cohen reveals his only regret from New Year's Eve special. Cohen initially apologized to the American Idol host for his comments, calling the incident his one regret. "The only thing is that I slammed the ABC broadcast and I really like Ryan Seacrest. So that I really regret, I really do," the Real Housewives executive producer said during an appearance on Howard Stern's SiriusXM show earlier this year. Back in November, Cohen shut down reports that he and Cooper would not be during the on-air broadcast. "I just want you to know Anderson and I are going to party harder than we have ever partied before on New Year's Eve," he bellowed on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen. "Do you understand me?" Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve will broadcast from Times Square with Seacrest, Liza Koshy and Jesse James Decker. Billy Porter is set to host from New Orleans, Sierra will broadcast from Disneyland, and DJ D Nice will keep the party going in L.A. This year's performance lineup includes Duran Duran, New Edition, BTS member J-Hope, Jackson Peruco, who will perform from Puerto Rico. Earlier this month, E.T. caught up with Seacrest, who teased what's to be expected from this year's celebration. "It's gonna be so good," Seacrest said at the Kiss FM's iHeartRadio Jingle Ball 2022, presented by Capital One. "It doesn't matter if it's cold or rainy, it's so fun to be out there with a couple million people. As for the moment fans are going to be talking about on Jan. 1, Seacrest said that it's hard to call. You never know until that night actually happens," he teased. "I just gotta focus on counting down from 10 to 1. The only thing they say is, don't get that part wrong." Andy Cohen reveals his only regret from New Year's Eve special. "This video is unavailable because we were unable to load a message from our sponsors. If you are using ad blocking software, please disable it and reload the page."